Let's talk about the immune system based on cells at work anime. Starting with the episode 1 characters, we have this girl that represents the red blood cells. As you can see in the movie, she's the one who transports goods such as oxygen and nutrients, and the red color is due to large amounts of hemoglobin. We have white blood cells, which acts as a patrol for the blood vessels and destroys threats. Now we have the T cells, which are murderous gem-killing monsters that are called in by the helper TC at the last resort. The villain of the episode, which is the pneumococcal bacteria or the bug aliens that causes infections like pneumococcus and bacteria invasion. Episode 2 characters, we have the macrophage, the B cell, memory T cell, effector T cells, dendritic cells, helper T commander, and last but not least, the villain of the episode, the influenza virus. Episode 3 characters, we have this character representing the monocytes, this character representing the Staphylococcus aureus, and last where the macrophages actually turn out to be monocytes depending on its location. T cells and B cells are both similar in one way. They both aim for destroying the invader or foreign particles which are harmful to our body. Now, T cells and B cells are different in their functions. For example, T cells develop various immune responses such as virus attacks, not supporting the organ transplant, and many more. While B cells over here, which he's holding a gun, represents the antibodies that he produces to go against the antigen. In episode 1, pneumococcus bacteria, which can attack different organs through blood vessels, like the purple bacteria, that's the pneumococcus bacteria. And the type of immune defense that it uses is the innate. The immune system uses the physical and chemical barriers. As you can see, the cells involved are the characters that I introduced in episode 1. Their function is to get rid of bacteria, kill all pathogenic cells under the T cells command. In episode 3, we saw the type B influenza and the type A influenza, which was more scary than the type B since it could have given rise to pandemic. The type of immune defense this uses is adaptive. The cells involved were all the characters introduced in episode 3, and the function was to relay intel, eliminate foreign substance like bacteria. Yellow alien looking villain of the week, which appears to be Staphylococcus aureus. This is usually found in the skin and pores, which, if not prevented, can cause skin infection or even sepsis. Its type of immune defense is innate internal. Its cells involved are macrophages and monocyte, and its function, this is not arranged in order, but this is capturing and eliminating bacteria, detects antigens, and even act as janitors. Adaptive immunity is triggered when a pathogen evades the innate immune system for long enough to generate a threshold level of an antigen. This is the process of development of the adaptive immunity, as you can see over here. First of all, the antigen goes through phagocytosis. Then, the APC travels to a part of the body that contains immature T and B cells, which is like the lymph node. Then, it travels and then the antigen is processed with the APC and bound to the MH class 2 receptors and MH class 1 receptors on the cell membrane of the APC. That leads us to the antigen is processed by the APC, and the antigen is presented to an immature helper T cell and cytotoxic T cells through binding the MHC2 to T cell receptors. Then it goes to T lymphocytes mature and proliferate. Helper T cells also activate B cells, which proliferate and produce antibodies specific to antigen. Then the cytotoxic T cells destroy pathogens that bear the antigen that was presented to them by the APCs. And last but not least, the memory B and T cells are formed after the infection ends. That's all. Thank you.